Welcome back, game hunters. So this is my kind of part 2 from the game hunt, and this is all the other bits from the other shops that I got on the visit to the various places, to the 4 trips that we made. So enjoy the footage and we'll catch you at the end for what we picked up. Well, that's the end of our Derby trip. We did get a few bits, a couple of nice little bargains as well, and just ended up with our traditional trip to Hickory's on the way back. We love the place, it's fantastic. Good American smokehouse barbecue food, absolutely fantastic. So there might be one more trip left on this game trip haul hunt, and we'll see you when we get back with what we've picked up. Welcome back. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the footage. Again, let me know, do you prefer the pickups at the end like this, or as we go from place to place and shop to shop, as it were. So yeah, a big variety of pickups again this time. We've got some PSP, which we don't get much of anymore. So PS4, Xbox 360. We've gone back Xbox for this video. A couple of nice oddities from the charity shops. Some 4K steelbooks, do like showing them off. And what else did we get? Some PS3, yes, PS3 coming in. And a DVD, a random DVD, which is, yeah, we'll get to it. So let's kick off. So Burton started off. First off, we went to a charity shop just as we're entering town, and we picked these up straight away as soon as we got in. Didn't get any footage from this one. But yeah, they had quite a few games in and around the till area in like a glass cabinet. And seeing this one first, the prices weren't too bad actually. For £1, I thought I'd pick it up, give it a go. I like this whole thing. So yeah, on the PSP we got 300 March to Glory. Only £1. So yeah, I thought I'd give that a go. Do like my Spartans and stuff. It just looks like a, obviously, hack and slash 3D, maybe side scrolling, not really sure, or just a area fighting game. But yeah, I'll definitely give that a go. Did check the UMD for splitting, it's absolutely fine. Obviously got its manual in there and pretty good condition. I need to go through my PSP games because they are filling up the area that I've got them in, but we'll get to that on the room tour. Let's make some space to put these out of the way. The only other thing they added, well, not the only other thing, the other thing they had in there as well, which is something I'm collecting, is the Gotham series. So we did get Gotham Series 3 on Blu-ray. I've got the first 2 seasons, so was happy when I came across season 3. It's all they had in there. It's what I needed. So obviously now I need 4 and 5. I was just going to get the big box set, but when I seen this for $3.50, thought I'd pick that up and I need to get the other 2. I won't bother opening it. There's loads of discs in there. I don't think I got around to watching season 3 either. I think it was just the first 2 seasons that I watched, so I can actually start getting into that. And the other thing they had in there, and this was a find, and I think it had only just come out either on the day or like a day or 2 before when we went in. And to see this in there, I was just puzzled. The person who was serving me didn't really know why it was there or how it got there. But yeah, in a charity shop, on day of release, pretty much, we found the new Indiana Jones Steelbook, 4K, still sealed. It's brand new. So it was up at £30, which is about what you'd pay for a 4K Steelbook anyway. From HMV, the £30–35, so I don't mind paying that. Like I say, it's still sealed, it's brand new. It was just bizarre why it was there. Why would someone buy this and then trade it or give it straight away on the day without even opening it? It just, yeah. But I thought that was a pretty good buy. We're gonna open it up and see what the picture is at the back of the Steelbook. We'll have a good look at it. So there's a nice little slip, cardboard slip in there. And our Steelbook, okay, is in his cap. No cap, his fedora, whip, obviously the compass that's part of the film. It is the Dial of Destiny, and obviously there's some artwork inside. I watched it at the cinema. I didn't mind it. Thought it was alright for a, what we're now 5th Indiana Jones film. Obviously Harrison Ford's getting quite old now, but I thought he did better in this one, and I enjoyed this one more than the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, this was a lot better. So yeah, really enjoyed that. So we'll get watching that again now. Then we went to, in the footage you'd seen, Cash Converters. They did have a copy of Elden Ring. I can't remember, I think it was on the PS5. Well, I'm not really bothered on which now console I get it on, PS5 or Xbox One. But I do want the special edition that they had in there, in the little slipcase. It comes with some patches, stickers, art book and that kind of stuff. However, every copy I'm coming across is battered. Usually just the slip cover, it's just like crushed or whatever, and this one was. Also, I'm finding them with, on the spine, where obviously they've been packaged, someone's opened it with a knife and they're all slashed, and I've come across that a few times. It wasn't just this Cash Converters actually. When I went to Leicester and their Cash Converters, they also had a copy, and it was pretty much the same. It was just battered. So I'll hold off and we'll get it eventually, because I really do want to play that game, but I want that edition with all the patches and stuff in. It's quite nice, so we'll look out for that. Generally in there the prices were pretty good as well, and they did have a good selection of games, just nothing that I wanted at the time, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, we went over to the CEX in Burton. I came across this. I thought I'd take a punt on it and give it a go. It has just hit Game Pass and I've been playing it. Actually been really enjoying it. It's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And the reason I didn't have this before, usually I buy the collector's editions with the statues. I've got pretty much all of them. And this one I didn't get on release day. They put the price up quite a lot on them. So I was holding off, hoping to pick one up cheaper at a later date, and I've just never come across it. So yeah, I thought I'd pick this up while I can, because it is the gold edition, which has the season pass, and it does have the season pass in there, or the code for it. So it has the manual, has a manual, and then yeah, it's got all the codes and stuff in there. So I thought I'd take a punt on the season pass not being used and see if the code works. The code has been redeemed. Of course it's been redeemed. Why would you buy this version and not redeem the season pass? But I thought I'd give it for £6. I'd give it a go. At least now I've got it in the collection, like I do like my Assassin's Creed games, so we'll get playing that a bit more. And while we're in there as well, another nice edition we came across. I've not really come across this one before. I kind of knew it was there, but yeah, not really looked at it. And it's another one that is on Game Pass, but I like this edition when I come across. It's only a £5. It's a Steelbook edition of Just Cause 4. Do like the Just Cause games. I've not actually properly played the third one. So yeah, I need to, in fact, I've not played the third one at all, or the fourth one. I was halfway through the second one, so seriously I do need to go back to. The first one I've done like twice. But yeah, there's a nice slip on there. And the steelbook, the front's, you know, it's alright. There's not really anything to scream about on the back. But it does have the codes and stuff in there. And I believe the code did work on this. And I got all that DLC that should have been with it, which is the Neon Racer Pack, which obviously comes with some neon stuff there, car, parachute, wingsuits, all that kind of goodness. So we've got that to try when we finally get around to the game. Then from there, not far around the corner, is a HMV. We still have an HMV. We nipped in and they had this, and it was on offer, and I'm forgetting how much it was. Like I said, they're normally £30–35. I think this had gone down to 20, I'm not sure. But it is the Flash on 4K steelbook, and I love that artwork there of the Flash in the Batcave. You can just about see the Batwing up there, and obviously it is the classic Michael Keaton Batman in this film. There he is on the back. No spoilers because everybody knows about it. Is there? And unfortunately, the Michael Keaton Batman stuff is probably the best stuff in the film. I did watch it at the cinema. I enjoyed it at the time. It was all right. It's not amazingly great. I've got some artwork inside, and it is a HMV exclusive there. I don't know why I put the sticker in there, probably just to remind me. Yeah, I do like some of the stuff they've done with that, and obviously tried to reboot the DC universe, and this was the start of that, with him going through time and you meeting various people throughout time. There were some cool bits where you see all the people that have played Superman and various Batmans and all that kind of stuff. The opening to the film, I like what they did, but I didn't. The subject they were doing it with was just weird. You know, if you've seen it, just bizarre. But yeah, it was okay. So the other thing we got, and this is probably the best charity shop find, or one of the best charity shop finds I've come across. Again, I didn't get any footage. It was a charity shop kind of out of the way, and we had been to this previously before, and the missus had picked up a Christmas jigsaw, and we always do a Christmas jigsaw at Christmas. So she thought, oh, we'll go and have a look in there, see if they've got any more, and just have a browse. And we're looking around, they didn't really have anything in there, and just as we're about to leave, I just happened to glance where the counter was. There was a glass cabinet. I just happened to glance, and I glanced up, I don't know why, and I seen this on top of the glass cabinet. I was like, okay, that's random. They had no other game stuff in the shop at all, no games or anything, but they had this. It's one I'd never seen before. It's from the movie and not the game, but obviously based on the game. And like I was just saying, I have most of the statues, but not this one. And it was £35, but we did have a quick look on eBay and that and see what it was going for. We only found one, and it was from another country, and it was like £150. But it's, yeah, Aguilar from the Assassin's Creed movie. Well happy finding this. £35, snap that straight up. It is where they started to go into the dual statues, where you get two statues and put them together to make a whole. But this is obviously the main protagonist, the Michael Fassbender character. Usually as well, they come with some DLC with the game they portray. Obviously it's from the movie, so it doesn't come with any DLC for anything. But yeah, it's in really good condition. Like, it was obviously a collector or some kind of thing. Why you'd give it away in a charity shop, I don't know. But yeah, I've had it out and checked over. It's absolutely fine. I don't think it's been out of the box much at all. But yeah, well happy to have that. And when I finally get my Assassin's Creed statues out and in place, that's going up there. I'm going to look pretty good next to them. Let's put him back over there. And that was Burton. A pretty successful, spontaneous trip over, as well as all the game stuff as well. Go check the game video out for the game visits that we made throughout the trip as well, if you've not previously watched that. So, on to Leicester. We'll kick off with some more 4K steelbooks while there. Nipped into the, again, the HMV. Theirs is a pretty good HMV, it's a really big one. And we finally picked up our 4K edition of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. And again, we've got a nice Optimus Prime there on the front. Can't think what's on the back. Oh, of course, it's Primus. I think I'm forgetting his name, the Beast, the big gorilla Transformer. There we are, look. Again, watched this at the cinema. I enjoy the Transformers films for what they are. I enjoy all of them. Just good popcorn action flicks. And obviously the twist at the end with the new, I won't spoil it, but with the new franchise that they're bringing in and mixing franchises, could be quite interesting and see where they go with that. So yeah, I didn't mind that at all. Some of the beats was pretty cool. Now you may have seen in the, if you did watch the previous part of the video, the all the footage that went around. I went into, I think it was a cancer research charity shop, and they had a few games and they were up at £2 each. But then I spoke, there was like a list saying, oh, obviously it was the DVDs and stuff. If you buy 3, it's whatever much. And I just mentioned to someone, oh, are the games in with this deal? And they're like, I'm not sure, you'll have to speak to the woman behind the counter. And I spoke to her and she said, oh, they're not in the deal, but you can have, all the games are £1, they're not £2. Even they've got a sticker on saying £2, they're all £1. So, okay, fair enough. Picked 2 up, I think it was GTA 4, the Liberty, no, well, I've got it here. Yeah, Liberty Stories. Got it for £1, it traded in for £5. And the other one, the Steelbook, I decided to keep it and not trade it in because I don't actually have this Steelbook. And for £1, yeah, I'll pick that up to add into the collection. It's quite a nice Steelbook. It's not dented or scratched or anything like that. So yeah, I do come across it a few times, but they are normally scratched to hell. So to have a nice clean one, I thought I'd keep that and put that into the collection rather than get, I think that was a £5 trade in as well. I don't mind, I'll keep that. And use some of that credit to pick up some of these games. I did pick up another game. I can't remember what it was, but they couldn't find the disc, so I had to leave it, obviously, and we did pick up 2 more instead. So one that I've been just looking at every time I go in, and it's really cheap, don't know much about it. I do like the style of games, so for £3 I'll just pick it up and give it a go. Locks Quest on the Xbox. It's just like a tower defense game from THQ Nordic. I like their stuff as well, so I thought, why not? And again, it's got a manual. Xbox game with a manual. Yep, why not? And the one that I did want, I think actually I picked this up first in the first game, the game CX, the big CX, because there's 2. There's a big one and then one of the little smaller ones, like the mobile ones, not far away. And yeah, they didn't have this in the bigger one where I got that from, but they had this in the smaller one and I managed to pick it up. So it's the Super Bloom edition as well, which has some DLCs. For £6 we got Far Cry New Dawn. So now I have all the Far Cries. Obviously I've just finished Far Cry 5 and all the DLC. So this is like a sequel to Far Cry 5. It's the aftermath of the ending. I won't spoil the ending. But yeah, I'll get on this, get this finished, and then we can get on to 6, even though it's separate. And this doesn't actually have the slip of paper in the DLC, so that's something I need to just find. I'm not bothered if the codes work, just to make it complete. And yeah, it's just nice to have that edition rather than a standard one as well. So yeah, for £6, give that a go. It was up at like £7 or £8 for ages, so it'd gone down a little bit. So yeah, I'll grab it now while I've completed the game. Then we went on to Cash Generators, I think it was. There was some footage, all their kind of older games, or not really old games, but your last gen games, PS3, 360, some PSP, Wii, that kind of stuff. The £2.50 each, or it was 3 for a £5. So obviously you get them one free, or they do it however they do it. So I picked up two sets of 3, picked up 6 games, one of which I'll show a picture. I did get Portal 2, and that obviously traded in for quite a bit, I think more than the bundle was worth. So I've already got it on the 360, not too fussed about having it again on the PS3, so we traded that in for a bit of credit. I think that's when I bought the Far Cry with that credit. But the games we did keep, the other 5, and the only other 5 games there that I needed or wanted. So the first one, another PSP game, we got Wipeout Pure, a series I've never really gotten into, although I have quite a lot of the games. I say quite a lot, there's not that many, is there really? But yeah, I do have some of the games, and I think the PS1 version, the original, is the one I've spent the most time with and playing with. So I thought I'd give it a go on the PSP, see what it's like. It does have this nasty sticker on the front, so we'll try and clean that up and get that off. I might even have a spare case, I don't know. But yeah, it's all complete with manual, no splitting on that disc, so that was a good find. And part of the other bundle there, we picked up The Walking Dead on the PS3. So this is the first one, and this is easily the best one. I really enjoyed this, which is why I picked it up again, because I have done it on the 360, and I have this second one on the PS3, so now I have both on the PS3. What I'm thinking is, because I want to sort my games out, I want to play through it again anyway, 'cause I really enjoyed it. So we'll get this played, get all the trophies from it, and then I'll probably trade or sell on this and the second one on the PS3, because I've got them on the 360, and I probably won't go through them again. And it trades in again for more than what we picked it up for. So I get to play it again, get them trophies, and make a bit of credit on that one as well. So it was a good find, bit of credit there. And then 3 we got on the 360. 3 there I needed. Not come across this one before actually, and I have a couple of them in the series. There is a few. So this is Skylanders Superchargers. Obviously it's a not for resale one, because it comes as a big box version, I think. Obviously no manual, because it's got the writing in there. But yeah, we have 3 of these now. And I did have them here somewhere. Which ones have I got? I think it's Giants. Why can't I see it? Yeah, Giants and Swap Force. So yeah, I think there's only a couple more, and we'll have all them. But they're usually good at finding at car boots and things like that. And the other one we got, no, the second one we got on the 360 was The Crew. So this has now, it's either had its servers now completely taken off, or they're very close to being taken off. I'm not too fussed, it's not one I'm bothered out playing it. I have got it on the Xbox One as well, and I had started on the Xbox One. I think I only have one achievement, it was from a beam dive. So I don't know, I might get to play that a bit more before the servers are completely gone, if they haven't already gone. And that's a 2-disc game on the 360 as well. I have heard good things about it, it's just probably not really my kind of game. But we're getting actually quite close to even finishing the 360 set now. Actually, yeah, not too far off. And the other one picked up was a WWE game, or WW game, really no difference. SmackDown vs Raw 2008. And I just picked this up because obviously it was in the deal for 3. It doesn't have its manual, just the registration card. I was going to leave it and pick something else up, but there really was nothing else. So I thought I'll pick this up for a placeholder. At least I've got it. I've just got to find a manual for it. So yeah, not too bad of deals on them. And while I was paying, actually I've got these. So while I was paying for those, on the counter was a little holder, and it had some bits in that just said for free. Just take on. They had like phone cases and stuff in there, but they had 4 games. I thought, there's games on there for free, I'll have them. Obviously picked them up and looked, and they have no discs. It's just 4 cases with manuals. They are complete, just don't have the disc. But I thought I'll pick them up. Either I'll find the disc and I've got it, or trade it on or move it on, or yeah, I just initially picked them up just for case replacements. So Fallout 76, which I've not actually got or played, but yeah, it is all complete there without the disc. Then we got Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I actually already have on the Xbox One, all complete, bar disc. Battlefield 3, the limited edition. Just have the EA manual and some slips of paper in there without the disc. And the cases are in really good condition, which is again why I picked them up, because of case replacements and Ashes on the PS3 with manual. Yeah, I can either find the disc for them and decide what to do, or yeah, I'm definitely going to use them for case replacements first, I think. So that was Leicester. Then we went over to Derby. So yeah, some of the footage, obviously going into Retro World and things like that, it got quite busy and then there was people, it was quite tight, so I couldn't really get any footage, unfortunately. But yeah, some decent stuff in there. Didn't actually pick anything up though, but just a few doors down was there was a charity shop first, which showed you some footage, some loose discs and bits and bobs. He actually had some games. Again, didn't pick anything up, but next to that was, I'm going to say, yeah, the cash converters. It has got a sticker on there. So the first one we picked up, and I look at it, and I'm looking at it again, and I don't know if it's a proper English one, but it's Get Even on the PS4, and it has this weird, yeah, it doesn't look English, but the back is all in English. So I'm not really sure if that's supposed to be like that. If anyone's got the game, let me know. No manual or anything in there, but that was up at $3.99. again, it's like a survival horror game. I don't know if it's like a Telltale story version. Investigate and strike hard to uncover the truth. Immerse yourself into a mature movie-like story. Experience a graphical and audio revolution. Yeah, give that a go. Seems quite interesting. Do like my survival horror type stuff, so we'll see how that pans out. And the other one picked up for $2.99, nice and cheap. The prices were pretty good in there, and in comfort as they usually are. This is one I had previously picked up in a CX a while back, but it didn't have the bonus stuff in it, so I left it. But I found this with all the stuff in it. So on the Xbox One, we've got The Town of Light. Now, I've heard a couple of people play this. It's kind of a walking sim, I think horror style game, inspired by true events and real places apparently. And the thing we get in there is 6 real life photos of the location. So we've got the manual in there as well. And then yeah, it's got 6 actual photos of where the game, I guess, was made and inspired. Won't get them all out because of that slip that's in there, but they are in there. Quite happy to actually get a full copy of that, and we'll give it a go and see what that is like. Then moving on, and I kind of spoiled this in the game hunt video. I thought it was part of that, but I didn't. I picked this up separately from the CEX. So the CEX in Derby, we did get Ratchet and Clank on the PS4. I think I had a bit of credit. £8, anything under a tenner, why not? It does have the instructions in there as well, or the slip of paper with the controls on. And I won't repeat myself on the Ratchet and Clank game. So it had gone down in price. It was £4 or £5 in the end, not the 6. So yeah, pretty good deal on that one. And one I've not come across before at all. It was up at a tenner, and I was umming and ahhing, but thought I've not seen it before. I'm just going to pick it up. And like I say, I think I had a little bit of credit anyway. So for £10 we got, let's try and get all this in, Score International Baja 1000 World Championship Off-Road Racing. Yeah, there's a mouthful for you. I do like my racing games more this style, so you know, you're off-roading, Baja kind of stuff. It does look like it's got cars, quads, motorbikes and all kind of stuff on this one. So yeah, should be pretty decent. It does have a sticker on there I need to try and get off, and obviously on the case, I'm not too bothered about that. So yeah, got that one. And this one, I actually had a disc only of this, but £3. I thought I'll just pick it up again. I can move that disc on or whatever I want to do with it. Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon. So yeah, £3. And these can be quite fun, quite low budget, but yeah, some stickers on that I need to get off as well. Not too bad. It's got multiplayer and all that kind of stuff on it, just shooting and battling bugs and ants and all spiders, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, give that a go. That was it for Derby. Then the last one, we made a trip obviously over to Loughborough, and we've got a couple more bits. Obviously showed some footage of that charity shop. So they had quite a few games in the glass cabinet, and for some reason the cheapest games, the Gears of War 2 and 3, they were selling for the most. They were selling for £15 each. It's what, a 50p pound game, £2 game max. And then they got stuff like Portal 2 for like £6 or £7, and that's obviously like a £10 plus game. Bizarre as hell pricing. And there's some Lego games and stuff in there, so I did leave them. And then there's a photo of some games they had on the shelf. And I picked this up in CX just before I went in there, and then I seen this game on the shelf and I was like, oh, I bet that's cheaper. And it was actually 50p more in the charity shop than it was in CX. So yeah, we got this from CX. Blade Storm 100 Years War for £2.50. Again, one I'd kind of seen before but don't come across too often. Don't know much about it. Just have a little sticker on the manual there I need to get off. Real-time action. Is it kind of like a Dynasty Warriors style game maybe? Looking at one of them screenshots there. If I can focus. So yeah, maybe that style game. Don't know too much about it. We'll pop it in and give it a go. And one that I have digitally, I think it was Games of Gold ages ago, but obviously wanted it physical to go in the wall. And it was, I think it's about a £5 in CX, and it was just too much that I wanted to pay for a game that I've already got digitally. I thought I'll find it at a car boot or something for £1 or £2. But I did find this in the charity shop, so I'll just pick it up while it's there. I've got a picture. They had loads of games. It's more like a bookshop in there, but they had this one random shelf full of games and guides and things like that. So I picked this up for £3.50. Obviously being a bit cheaper than CX. It is MX versus ATV Alive. I've played this one quite a bit. It's not too bad actually. Complete with manual and obviously the right disc. Alan. And the other thing we've got in there, 50p. I've been looking at the movies because we're doing a game club, and there's a few movies I've been trying to look out for. Every single charity shop I go in, I've been looking for a certain film, and just none have got this film in there in any form. But I did come across this, and it's a bit of an oddity. It's not one I've seen before. I've not seen the film for ages, for years. I thought, and I forgot some of the cast that were in it, and after looking at the cast, I thought, I actually quite remember enjoying this. So I'll pick this up. The missus had not seen it, so she might enjoy watching it as well. For 50p, we picked up Splash. Yeah, it's not one you can find easy. And decent cast, obviously Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah, Eugene Levy, and John Candy. I forgot John Candy was in this. Love John Candy. So yeah, give John Candy a watch. I've shown you the disc for that. But yeah, give that another go. There's some films you just struggle to find. I've never seen that on Blu-ray either. I don't know if it's a thing, some didn't get moved over. The other thing we got, the last thing we got from a charity shop, it was across the road from that one. They didn't really have any games in there, and just as I was leaving, I seen this on the kind of kid shelf that they've got. I thought, oh, I'll look at, see what that is. It might be alright for the nephew or whatever. It had a sticker on it. It was £2, and they'd marked that off and put it down to £1. Not going to be able to see that. Focus. You have to trust me. It says £1. Can I mess about with a camera? Let's have a look. There we are. There we are. £1. And back in the room. There we go. So it was up £1. So I thought for £1 I'm going to get it. Either I can give it to the nephew. It's any good to him. Let me get that focus back in. If he wants to store his figures in it. If not, I've not actually got any figures, but with having some of the games, like I was saying at the car boot, they come across them quite easy. I wouldn't mind getting a few so I can play the game, so I can store my figures in it, or I'm sure I can sell it on for more than £1 if I so choose. Again, just not decided what to do with it, but it is. Anyway, a Skylanders Spyro's Adventure bag, but it's quite unique. It's inside, when you take these side zips off, it is in really nice condition, it's quite clean. You open that up and it just has little pockets and pouches, obviously to store all of them figures in. So it's quite useful, just if you've got a load of them figures, to keep them out of the way in an official Spyro bag. For £1, I thought, yeah, I'll pick it up and give it a go and then decide what I'm going to do with it after. But yeah, I'm just looking at any more notes that I've made. Oh yeah, the CX in Burton, going back to that, they did have, took a picture of some games they had in the cabinet, some GameCube games, 2 of them that I actually want, but the prices have gone up on them quite a bit, and I'll just wait a bit. I mean, the prices will probably go up even more, but I'm not in a rush to get the games. There's the Metal Gear Twin Snakes and Skies of Arcadia Legends. Yeah. There's not many more on the GameCube that I'm after, but them 2 I won't mind getting in the collection. I think there's only 1 or 2 more as well. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Let me know about the games, anything you've played, anything worth playing, movies, did you enjoy them? And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye for now.